Hello and welcome to the video. Time for an old Tom appreciation build update. Again, doing the little 60s style dragster. Nothing big going on, but again, it's always about the little things. So we'll cover that. We'll probably do update 2 and 3 in this video. We'll see again how long it goes. Since we did a 2-segment first video, we might do a 2-segment second video here. Let's just start off with all the things that we've done, starting with the chassis. Of course, doing all the flash cleanup, seam cleanup. We got our seams cleaned up on the bottom. Along the back, that's all smoothed out. Got a little bit more to do in the inside. But otherwise, again, it's just trying to get all of these bars smoothed out, get the seam lines and flash off of them. This also had a sink mark in the inside. We got that filled. And then we shaved off the kind of, I think they were like a crossbar mount or the engine mount. Notches there. We just shaved that off so that we've got kind of a clean slate to work with, since we are running a different engine and mounting system anyways. So it's all cleaned up. Again, all the bars cleaned up. Up front, we've done some work. This might look similar to the normal kit, but we actually took these bars off. The kit part, just shaved them clean, smooth, and added in some styrene rod. Why would we do that? Well, more or less just to make sure that it's a good, true round shape. You don't have to worry about cleaning off any seams or being off just a little bit in the casting. And then added along with those, we added the actual torsion bar across the front. I think that's what the kit actually calls these, but since they're not really attached to anything, out here you can see this little bracket, and that's supposed to be attached to this torsion bar. So that's what we added in there. See if we can get that to focus in. So you can kind of see how that's supposed to look. So a little more truer to life. Again, just adding small details just to make sure it looks appropriate when we're all done. Not much to a dragster, so it's going to be all about the little things and doing them right. So we're getting close to primer on that guy. And since we're talking about primer, might as well talk about the body. We got these surface primed. Get a nice fill primer on there. Make sure that the seam goes away. When we sand it, it's already looking pretty good, so I don't have any worries that we'll clean that up in a wet sand. Then we'll probably reprime with a white primer, since we are going to go pearl white on this guy. But that piece looking pretty good. Again, we'll have to sand these up, get them finished off, but I'm happy with the way they're looking. Same with the kind of top panel. This is a 2-piece panel. As you can see, they join together. We got this seam filled, flattened out. Just a little bit back here we got to clean up, maybe just a touch out front. Nothing a little sanding won't treat. I think will be good for paint on the panels there. I guess now talking about paint, we do have the engine painted already. Just I guess itching to do some painting, so we painted up the engine. Got the long block assembled here. We did add this flange back here because we had cut this off of a transmission. It was just kind of flat back here, so we kind of recreated this bell housing flange mount so that when we go to mate this up, we got a good kind of a flange mount. Looks right. Just a small thing that you wouldn't probably notice, but again, just to make every little thing a little bit better. So this is Star Spangled Blue over a black, just to darken up that Star Spangled banner to, again, try to match our showboat decal there. I think we got a pretty close color combination with that, so we are going to be blue and white on our colors. But it's just fun to see a little bit of color as you're working on the project. Again, we got the bell housing. I sprayed that with like a flat cast color. That's where we're at now. We'll see if that changes. It was just something I wanted to try out. Along with the bell housing, we created this little scratch piece because you always see a little bit out the bottom behind the block and oil pan. So we just added this cover. Got her upside down here. Just made a little like inspection shield cover for the bottom of that. Even a little block off for the starter. Again, 99% of that is going to be hidden. But again, just to fill in any of those voids so you don't see any empty spaces going on there. Another little scratch piece we did was this little valley cover. That'll go, of course, right up on top there. We did that because the blower intake kind of sits up off of the surface. We had to make sure that we had something under there for that valley cover. Here is the blower intake, kind of in a polished aluminum color. Same with the valley cover there. Those are looking good. Again, fun to see some color. We do have the injector assembly done, kind of a cast magnesium look. Those look pretty good. We'll probably plumb that up for fuel lines as well. Got some other parts back here. Got a shift lever or chute lever, brake lever, whatever it is. I think it's a brake lever. We got a little steering rod. Our transmission just in matte black. Same with our belt and all that. Might add a little more coloring to them as we go. Steering wheel. It is a kit steering wheel, but we decided to make it a little bit different because this is actually like a D shape that goes across here. We just sliced her down the middle, folded it in to give us a kind of a butterfly pattern. Since I do plan on doing, I think 4 or 5 of these planned with these Dragmaster chassis, to give them all just subtle differences so that they don't look like they all come from the same kit. So there we got a little butterfly steering wheel we'll use. Easy, no replacement, just cut and re-glue kind of a thing, warm it up to shape it. And now, I guess we can talk about other engine stuff. I did get in some wired magneto pieces, Detail Master. Got black, red, and a yellow. These look like some nice turned aluminum pieces. Even has like the emblem or whatever on the front, label, and some other wiring stuff. So it'll be fun to try those out. We can get to the chrome back here. I did use, I think 2 different chromes and then that polished aluminum, which is just the Rust-Oleum chrome color, which looks like a nice high polished chrome. I'm not sure if we're going to stay with these 2 different chromes. I thought they would be a little bit closer. I just wanted a little bit of kind of a breakup of one solid chrome color. As you can see here, it's going to be hard to see on color or on camera since you're only getting a reflection, but the top one is like the display chrome, and the blower assembly is the all clad. And all clad is pretty dark. It looks like a black chrome, but I was hoping these would be a touch closer in reflection just to give us a little bit of variance, but we'll see how it turns out. Again, we did the all clad on the valve covers. They're definitely kind of that dark chrome. Maybe I just need more coats on it, so we'll see on that. We did the steering link. This is another thing we replaced with a styrene rod. Again, just to give us a more true circular round rod instead of having to worry about seams and sanding everything perfectly. Just trimmed it off, added on a same diameter rod. So that'll be nice there. We got the quick change with the all clad. That's looking pretty good. We'll put that chrome in between just 2 gloss black axle housings. Some more of the display chrome. It's just a little bit brighter. I really like the display chrome. It's a nice chrome for these kits. On the front end here, again, we did a lot of work with this part. Kind of a lot of cut, replace with the same thing type of deal. Again, in the first update, we had put that aluminum rod out front there. Then we had to cut this down as these arms and crossover was all cast. We cut this arm out. Again, replaced it with some styrene rod because we had to shorten it anyways. Might as well make it a true circle without any seams. So we just glued that all together and then chromed it all at once. Just a touch of kind of panel liner and stuff like that to break it up, but I think that's looking pretty good. Pretty nice chrome there on the front end parts. So we are getting halfway there or so. Wheels and tires, again, we got the kit wheels and tires. I'm not sure which wheels I'm going to run with. I don't know when the mags actually come out, because I'm thinking 61 to 63 as far as when the Moon Eyes was running, so that's kind of what I want to match for era. And I think Krager's and stuff didn't come out until 63, so we'd kind of be pushing it there. But again, I was looking for white walls for our little showboat. I do have this AMT Racemaster drag slicks. There's the size 820 by 15, probably appropriate size, but it is going to be a bit different, a little bit narrower on the tire size, but they do look pretty good. Once we scuff these up, we do have some nice white walls, but again, a difference is that these are a little bit smaller. These wheels don't even come close to fitting in there, so we got to kind of make some decisions. You know, I got just a smaller Krager. It does look pretty sharp together, but we'll have to make some decisions there. So I do at least have some white wall options that I can work with. Again, we can always look for some decals for that. But other than that, I think that'll wrap it up for update number 2, and we'll stay tuned for update 3.